All right, everybody, how's it going? It is January 29, 2020 rather, and we are just now a few days away from the 2020 Super Bowl. So, of course, we have our Super Bowl pick'em, our prediction to go over really quickly here. And, of course, obviously, it's between the Chiefs and the 49ers. Obviously, the Chiefs are going to be the home team in this game, the home team, and the 49ers will be the away team. And, this is a bittersweet video. Mainly because of the fact that this isn't the last pick'em video for the year, so we're not going to waste any time getting into this pick. So obviously we'll still be doing XFL and probably some basketball coverage soon. But so yeah, this is what we've got. We've got the Chiefs and the 49ers, and I guess we could just jump right in to the obvious day, the Super Bowl, which will be obviously on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the kickoff. Obviously, it features the Chiefs and 49ers. The Chiefs right now are 1.5-point favorites with an over/under of 54.5. Obviously, I have that game scoring 72 points, so I have that going well over. And I have the 49ers winning, so however you want to take that into consideration. But yeah, I do have the 49ers winning the Super Bowl in what is sort of a mini shootout. And really what I think this game is going to come down to is what team is going to make a stop on defense? Which team can you trust to make the big stop, the one play on defense that they're going to have to make down the stretch possibly? Maybe blocking a field goal, maybe, stopping a touchdown. It's just one of those things, stopping a point after attempt. It's one of these things where somebody's going to have to step up and make a big play because both of these offenses are capable of putting up monstrous amounts of points. The 49ers defense is very capable of just shutting teams down on their defense. But we've seen the 49ers kind of, the Chiefs rather, be able to kind of, they seem to be able to score and impose their will on whoever they happen to be playing. So I'm fairly certain that with the healthy receiving core of, Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, and God knows who else that they'll be throwing out there. I don't know if the 49ers with Richard Sherman and a couple other guys is enough to cover all those guys in straight up man-to-man. I think there's going to be some issues going on and, some zone. However they play defense with the secondary, I think there'll be some slight issues. I don't know if the 49ers the 49ers are built to really play coverage on them. They're going to have to get to the quarterback pretty quick. Kansas City's got a pretty good offensive line, so there's going to be some problems there. So it seems like there's some kind of like interesting haymaker matchups. Like the Chiefs receiving game should be a kind of a plus for them in comparison to the Chiefs or the 49ers secondary capabilities. I know they're very good. They have very good players in the secondary, and I'm not trying to say they don't, but I think the Chiefs receiving core represents a mismatch for every defense in the NFL, especially when they're healthy. They've had a week off. They're good to go. They're feeling good. They're going to be hyped as they can possibly be. It's one of those, it's a clear mismatch. And then you can go down to Chiefs offensive line versus that defensive front. That's really the next battle you'd want to look at. So the Chiefs have a very good offensive line. Are they ready for Bosa? Are they ready for Jones? Are they ready for D Ford? Are they ready for Buckner? It's just one of those things where it never seems to stop with this defensive line. They have a bunch of superstar type players on there, and I think that's going to be a bit of a problem. I like to give the advantage to the battle in the trenches, the upfront battle, to the 49ers. And then you go to the 49ers on their side of the ball. They have a very good running game. Yeah, the Chiefs played very good against Derrick Henry, but I think this is a team that can get in the backfield, the Chiefs, because they can get after the quarterback pretty good. They're a pretty good pass rush team usually when they're playing healthy and everything. So I feel like with a power runner, it's easier for them to make big stops on guys who can really, if you have a good pass rush, you can get in and disrupt the power runner before he gets ahead of steam ahead of him, and you can kind of slow him down a little bit before he gets too far into the field. So I wonder, since the 49ers run kind of a finesse run game where they're going to use motion, send guys around, and just kind of try to beat you with pure speed and, finesse, basically. I wonder if that's going to be a problem for the Chiefs. I don't know if the reason that their rush defense played uncharacteristically good against Derrick Henry was due to the fact that the way Derrick plays is kind of it feels more conducive to being stoppable by a good pass rush. I may be talking out of my ass. I don't know. But I have a feeling the run game for the 49ers is going to make a big difference. And even if they take that away from the 49ers, I'm fairly certain that a secondary that Yeah, it looked good against Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, you made Tannehill try to beat you and he couldn't. That was a good strategy. But I think if you make it so you have to make Jimmy Garoppolo try to beat you, I think he can, and he's more than capable of doing that. When you've got Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders, I forget the name of their other really decent wide receiver, Debo. That's who it is. That's who the other one is. Okay. So they've got options. They've got guys that can beat you. Garoppolo can beat you with his arms. So it's not like they have to completely disrespect Garoppolo. So I don't know if they're going to be able to put the same kind of attention they put on Derrick Henry, to make it so they have such a dominant run defense in a game like that. And it's really, they still gave up almost 100 yards to Derrick. It's just Derrick didn't have his typical day, and that put the pressure on Ryan, and it didn't work. But yeah, so if you're still listening and if you didn't just click off once you've seen my prediction, I give you kudos. Quarterback play obviously goes to Mahomes. Running game obviously goes to the 49ers. Coaching, that's a big one. Andy Reid's been here, but he's very unsuccessful in the Super Bowl. I believe he's 0-1. I believe Shanahan he's coached in a Super Bowl as a coordinator for the Falcons, but they obviously lost that game in quite dramatic fashion to the Patriots. Unless he was already on the Redskins, I'm not too sure where he was at that point. I could be totally wrong. I don't know Shanahan's coaching career very well, but I thought he was the offensive coordinator the year that they went to the Super Bowl. The Falcons, but I could be wrong. He could have been with the Redskins. I don't know, but like I said, I feel like I said, really, it really comes down to what defense do you trust more. I feel like the offenses are pretty evenly matched. Sure, the Chiefs can score more points, but the 49ers have put up a lot of points because their defense always puts them in very good field position. Something the Chiefs, I've noticed, they'll start at any point on the field, but they can score in like 2 minutes. So their offense is a little bit better than the 49ers, but not much, because the 49ers can take advantage of short fields. They always seem to. They take advantage of everything their defense gives them, the turnovers, the short fields, everything. They are not bashful to take a help, get a handout, get an assist on some easy points. Very good kicking game for both teams, so that's kind of a dead match. You know what I mean? This is a very evenly, very well put Super Bowl, and the way that the line is, it's 1.5 points, very close line for a Super Bowl. They're expecting kind of a shootout, which is what I'm kind of expecting. I don't think we're going to get a 13-3 Super Bowl, so you don't have to worry about a repeat of last year's boring debacle, if you will, between the Patriots and the Rams. This is going to be an exciting, fun game. Like I said, I think the reason I'm going to be going with the 49ers is because I trust their defense a hell of a lot more than I trust the Chiefs defense. I think the 49ers defense can make a play if they come down to a shootout type game, which is what I think it's going to be. I'm fairly certain this will be a shootout style kind of game in the 30s, maybe even 40s. We'll see how it plays out. And then it really comes down to, well, what defense is finally going to step up and make that big play? I trust the 49ers defense to be the team to kind of maybe step up, pick a ball off, force a fumble, strip sack, something like that to kind of give the 49ers maybe a late lead. They come storming, they score a late touchdown. It's one of those, this just feels like one of these games where very high offensive scoring game, a lot of pretty plays. One team's going to make a mistake late, and I feel like the 49ers have the defense to be the Chiefs who force the mistake, put it on the Chiefs, and possibly win the game on defense. So that's basically my thoughts. I think it's going to be an offensive game. Which defense do you trust to make the stop late in the game, to make the big step, to make the big save in the middle of a shootout? I would trust the 49ers defense way more than I trust the Chiefs defense to make a stop in the middle of a game that I think this is going to be. That's why I'm going with the 49ers over the Chiefs. 38-34, lock it in, and I think the MVP will be Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the Chiefs are going to overcompensate for the running game, and I think that's going to allow Jimmy Garoppolo to throw for about 3 or 4 touchdowns, about 320 yards, and maybe a pick, because that's kind of his repertoire. And I think one of those touchdowns comes late. Maybe the score is 31-34 or 32-34, and then they score a touchdown on what could be a late turnover forced by the defense. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how it's going to come down. Yeah, this is my pick'em record. I did pretty good this season. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I don't want to make it too much longer, so Yeah, so I'm picking the 49ers over the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl 38-34, and I gave my long list of reasons why, but essentially it's just because I trust the 49ers defense to make a stop in the middle of a big game or in the middle of a shootout like we could see. So yeah, thanks guys. Thank you so much for rocking with the channel for this season. Thank you so much for joining the channel this season if you're new here. I do sorry. I do appreciate it. I do very much. We've grown quite a bit. We've gotten to 3,500 subs basically in just over 2 years doing this. So thank you guys very much. Yeah, it's been fun. So we're going to continue obviously with the XFL and then with the preseason of the NFL, maybe some basketball stuff. But yeah, so that's all stuff for in the future. We'll see how it goes. But stay tuned for XFL content. That'll be coming soon. But yeah, thanks guys so much. As always, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Both those things help grow the channel tremendously. And yeah, I'm tired from school and shit, so but yeah, sorry guys, sorry this is so late too. But yeah, leave your pick down below. I'll make sure to comment back on it. I like to do that with these kind of videos. So yeah, thank you guys, thanks for listening, and enjoy the shorter video than usual. Have a good one. Peace. Go Patriots.